I'll be starting with Anubhav sir. How did you approach narrating the true events of the 1999 hijacking in IC-814, and what were some of the key considerations in portraying the events inside the plane, the operations in Delhi, and also the negotiations in Kandahar?
Okay, we are talking about 20 minutes now. No, so, whenever you try to do a piece on a real life event, so there is an obvious source material which is now available on internet. And then you try and meet people who are involved with it. So I did both. But this particular event was also about a lot of material that would never be available for public consumption, like the negotiation. The negotiation has no record. Who were the people who hijacked the plane? Why? Who were the people backing them, facilitating them? Why did we go to Kandahar and not Kabul and not Lahore or Amritsar or wherever? We landed in Amritsar, but we could have gone to any other place, no? Why did the hijack happen from Kathmandu? Nobody will ever know. Those are the areas I was very interested in finding out. And that led me to a lot of journalists from the time who were on the ground at that time, in Nepal, in Pakistan, in Afghanistan. And then all of that put together became a riddle. And that riddle is about this event, most people think they know everything about it. But I think they know nothing about it. I mean, that's who I was. When I entered, I thought I knew. But it opened up so many chapters for me that if I had not done this, I would never have known. And that's what this show does. It puts all of it together and tells the entire story in it's a thriller. And it's a thriller with its tentacles spread out almost all over the world.
That's great. We can't wait to see the new perspectives that you bring on screen. Now, question for Vijay sir and Diya ma'am. How did you prepare for your role, given that the series is based on a real-life hijacking incident? And what were some of the challenges that you faced in bringing these true-to-life characters on the screen?
Pehle aap. Hi everyone. So good to be back here at Xavier's. It's been a while. It's a question that I actually got thinking about today when I realized we were going to be doing this interaction, because when I work with Anubhav Sinha, the writing makes it so possible to just become. And I think that the biggest in to a character is the lines that a character is speaking and the staging of a scene. And Anubhav is always so clear, and his idea is so distinct about how he wants to approach it, what he wants to do with it. And I think he also is very casual about the way he expresses himself when there is just so much gravitas and depth to what he does, because every line, every word is so thought through and so nuanced and exists for a damn good reason. So, even on set, if you just want to improvise and add a line or say something, there's a full process. We sit down, he thinks about it, because it's like a pack of cards. He's thought about 100 permutation combinations before he's written a line. So the part that I play is of a woman who is the editor of a newspaper and who's also just started to run a television news channel. Now this is a time where news was opening up. It was at the cusp of news cycles becoming 24-hour cycles. I mean, like literally by the hour. I think the research or the kind of time that one had to spend to just understand the era a little better was, what was the workspace like for women? How difficult and challenging was it for women to even make it to that position? And therefore, what would her journey have been to get there. But the reality of the events, the moment-to-moment stress and pressure of delivering truthful news or deciding not to deliver certain news because it could impact the investigation or impact the entire situation because real people were being held hostage. All of that kind of plays out in the way the lines have been written. But I think what the prep part was, I just was curious to know how many women editors existed in the country at the time.
There were
They were very few. They still are very few. And it was also very interesting to speak to people who were journalists at that time and just get a sense from them what it was like. So one of my favorite anecdotes is of a young news anchor. She was 9 months pregnant, and the channel basically called her at 4 in the morning and said, "We need you here in the studio at 5 to say the news." And heavily pregnant, she was driving herself in the fog of December, and she got herself to the studio. And those minutes or hours getting to the studio from home weren't easy for her. And I think just a description of that moment conveys so much that some of has changed and a lot hasn't.
I'm so glad that you're portraying women in journalism at a time where, there weren't probably those many journalists, and that we get to see them on screen and the challenges that we face to reach the point where we are today as women in journalism. So your answer to my question.
Hi, Malhar. It's my first time here at St. Xavier's College. It's something I've only seen in the movies and in the newspapers. Very glad to be here. मैंने कुछ किया लाइफ में कि मैं यहाँ पर हूँ, and I'm glad all of you are here and getting best education. Can everybody hear me though? हाँ, तो ये कहानी 1999 की है. 25th December 1999. I was 15. So I was getting ready for my Y2K party, one of the first parties in my life, and when this event happened, I don't think any of you were around. I think you're all like early 20s in the house here. Early 20, late 20.
Early 20s, all undergraduate school.
How many of you know what Y2K means? Okay, Y2K was a big thing back in the day. So this is the time when mobile phones were just making an entry. 24/7 news channels just emerged. We talk about in India that started changing so drastically around that time. So here is a story where a plane got hijacked in Kathmandu. It flew from Kathmandu and had to go to Delhi. It got hijacked on the way. And eventually it landed in Kandahar, which was then run by Taliban. And it stayed there for 7 days, which is the longest hijack in Indian aviation history. No plane has ever been hijacked after that event, because our securities went up, our intelligence went up, everything is taken care of right now. How we fly is not how we flew 20-25 years ago. So this was a very important event that happened and that shaped the way Indian aviation works, the way we tackle terrorism. So, and I played the captain who was on that flight, who was the pilot of the flight. He's a real life character. I get to play a real life person for the first time, and I got the amount of the audio from him directly, so that helped me prepare for the character. But it is a show. The trailer will come out soon. You'll get to see a little glimpse of it, and the show drops on the 29th. You'll get a lot many answers to that. Thank you so much.
My follow-up question for you would actually, if you got the chance to meet your captain of ICA Concord, what were your feelings when you met him first?
So yeah, I got to meet Captain Devi Sharan, who was a pilot with Indian Airlines. Indian Airlines was an airline that flew. It doesn't fly anymore. That brand is not existing anymore. But I met him, and I actually went to the flight simulation classes with him. So I got a first-hand account of there were some difficult places that he struggled with his flight because he was constantly running out of fuel, and those terrorists had him at gunpoint most of the time of his flight, and he had to take some tough calls in the midst of all that crisis. And there were some very close, narrow escapes and some life-saving moments as well. So I got an account of all of it from him, and I was in awe when I met him. This man saved the aircraft himself, the crew, the passengers, and brought everybody back except for one person who we lost. So yeah, usually my characters are created from imagination. They don't exist in real, but they're all based on real life, one way or the other. But here I'm playing an unsung hero, so I had to do an honest job with it, and because I know he's going to watch it, and his family is going to watch it, and the survivors of the plane are going to watch it. So we had a lot at stake.
That's great. The excited go to play, which is Kaisa Fever more excited to watch the show. Coming back to Anubhav sir, how did you select the cast for IC814, and what was your vision for their portrayals of these characters?
So, hello. Hello.
Hello.
There are too many characters and hence actors in the show. If I start telling you every story about how I cast each one of them, it will be a very long one, but you know, if
Many people.
so, Vijay, when he came, and today I got to know that apparently I was dissuading him from doing that. He acts it out there, he'll ask me to do that. But, you know, the eventual cast of the series is something that a director, any director, would want to wake up to. That maybe I dreamt of it or maybe I haven't. I mean, the kind of ensemble that it is, the kind of actors, the quality of actors and stars, it is outstanding. I don't know if I will forget names, so I'm not, you know, there are so many names that I may forget. That's the risk I'm running.
Okay.
Huh.
Like the cast is such, show some faculties are around which will not enjoy my next statement. If you take a shot at the name that you like in the cast, you will be very drunk. Because we have Nasiruddin Shah, we have Pankaj Kapoor, we have Arvind Swamy, we have Divyendu Sharma, we have Divyendu Bhattacharya, we have Manoj Baba, Kumud Mishra, Diya Mirza, Amruta Hari, we have Aditya Srivastava, we have Kawalji Singh, we have Rajiv Thakur. We are definitely forgetting names because it's a power pack, it's a World 11, it's an India 11 team. Yeah. This is a cast in which back in the day when WWF was a real thing, this cast would be called the Royal Rumble.
So forget the names, but it's and I'm not saying so because we have made it. It is a sight to behold such wonderful artists doing their jobs in every play.
I just want to add something to this. When I used to see a lot of international work, Ocean's 11, you know, just like these big franchise films, or even like the smaller films, that would have like this incredible power-packed ensemble cast, and I would say, we are like a boy. You know, when will we offer ourselves to parts in stories that we really belong in, as opposed to aspiring to things that, anyway, whatever that is. And I think this is going to be such a clutter breaker in that sense, because I don't think this has ever happened before. And I hope it happens several more times because it's really special.
Okay, so Vijay sir and Diana, coming back to you. What attracted you to Project IC814 and motivated you to take on the respective roles that you have?
I think I answered that cast is unbeatable. This director, I particularly enjoyed the work that he's brought. I loved Article 15. Have you guys seen Article 15? Mulk, Article 15, Thappad, some path breaking stuff. Huh?
I was just going to say
You know, the
he was 5. And, I think he's just one of the filmmakers who I have so much respect for and love for. But I also knew that with this show, he had an opportunity to really do something that he's never done before. So the integrity in the writing, of course, and the fact that he was retelling a true story, but to make it the way he has, only he could have. Because the kind of technical knowledge he has, very few people have it. And it's all just come together exceptionally well. And he's just a pleasure to work with. He's great fun. He makes a lot of fun of me. He tries to intimidate me, but he feeds me well. He feeds me good food. And he's never disrespected my intelligence. And I think as a woman artist, that matters most to me.
That was just an impression I gave.
No, it's true. It's absolutely true. It's just such a privilege working with him. I want to be in all his work. I always say, after Pappad, I said I want to be a fan or a chair or a table. Just make me a part of your stories, no matter which one you're telling. It will be my privilege to be a part of it.
I think all of us would want to be a part of Anubhav sir's films, like you said, in any way possible. Yes, everyone knows. Guys, would you want to be a part of Anubhav sir's films? Okay, so since the moment the three of you entered on stage, I saw great camaraderie between the three of you. So I want to ask you, were there any fun experiences that you had on set, any pranks on set that you all did?
Can I just, before he say something?
Yeah.
This guy has been in one space for his entire shoot. It was my dream to work with Vijay. So on paper, yeah, we're about the same story, but I never saw him at work. And I have to find a way to make sure I get to work with him because I'm such a huge fan. And बाकी ये सुनाएंगे आपको ये लोग कितना मजा आया कॉकपिट में?
I was locked up in one 6 feet by 6 feet space, and there was all green screen around me. And my co-actors were my seatbelt, my landing gear, my tools, and my co-pilot and my flight assistant, flight engineer. And I would barely get to see Anubhav sir because he would find a way to just show up in front of me and tell me to do what I'm supposed to do, and then disappear, and then I'm all alone looking at a green screen and pretending that I'm. And I would keep asking him, अभी मैं कहाँ पर हूँ? अमृतसर में हूँ या लाहौर में हूँ? नहीं अभी तुम काठमांडू में हो अच्छा. अभी कहाँ पर हूँ? अभी दिल्ली में हो या? नहीं अभी तुम कांधार पहुँच गए हो. So I have no idea what day it is, what time it is. So it was a bit of an experience for me. I had to use every bit of my imagination to put myself in on a flight at 30,000 feet and imagine what it would be like. Although it's an elaborate cast, I didn't get to hang out or do any scenes with any of them, which is a deep, deep pain that I carry in my heart. Just like I wish I had a chance
But I went to set just to watch all of them in the room. I mean, who would give up the opportunity to see Pankaj Kapoor, Naseeruddin Shah, Manu Pao, all these people, Kuman Mishra in one room, and I was like, unbelievable.
But I was given
Who
to
invited you? Did you come?
I was given to Vijay because an actor sitting in a chair through the entire course of the shoot, you need an immense amount of belief and trust. Who was to do it? Because every morning you would come wear the same uniform, go to the same chair and do, it might feel, do similar stuff, but that tells me that if you believe in the work that you're doing, no matter how mundane the ongoing is, you know the results will be great, and that's how he shows up in the show.
Thank you so much. This is the first compliment I've received in my life. Very special.
Okay, Anubhav sir, so my next question for you. What were the challenges in balancing the factual accuracy of the hijacking with the dramatic elements necessary for compelling storytelling?
Listen, if you want to ask something outside this, you can.
No, I will. I have a few questions in mind.
So, you know, when you recreate a historical, let's talk about Titanic. So when James Cameron decides to make Titanic, there are certain facts. That this happened, and then it sank. But what goes on the ship, what goes outside of the ship, then there is a lot of stories that can be woven in. So if you look at those historical facts as milestones, and then between those milestones, you fit in interesting people and relationships and situations and moments. But I have a feeling when you watch the series, you will know these are the facts because they are presented like facts. So there's a precarious balance. The question is very valid and necessary because this is not history, but a lot of facts exist within that story, and you will see them as facts.
Okay, so since you told us that you did not get to meet each other on set very often, what were a few first impressions that you had of each other? Ma'am, you said you've been working with Anubhav for so long. So what were a few first impressions that you had of each other?
My first impression of Dia is, I think she, and I'm not saying it because you're here or whatever, this is something that I've told my closest people as well. She's possibly the most helpful, giving,